Hi everyone, my name is Shadrach and I'm excited to be here. I'm from Uganda and I'm going to be taking you through our courses. In brief, I'm the tutor of the Beginners Design Lab. As we already know, we'll be beginning with web design, followed by flyers and posters, and finally we shall be doing video editing. Now, you are reminded to be serious and self-driven as well as consistent. Because every expert you see in different aspects of life, be it art, be it music, be it engineering, medicine, all of them were once beginners, and they became masters not through laziness but through consistency and passion. In that I mean, some days you may feel discouraged to continue, some days may feel boring, but you have to continue. Mark my words, the days that you feel so tired and exhausted and you feel like quitting, those are the days you should continue because something is happening in the background. I'm so sure that many of you have started this course, but not all of you will finish. Not because I'm going to terminate the course, but because I understand that's the nature of life. Usually things begin in a batch, people begin in a group, but surprisingly not all of them make it to the end. I don't wish for that because I believe all of us can finish this course. So I wish all of us finish. I wish all of us attain these skills, and therefore, if someone is not to finish this course, let that person not be you. Be the person who is going to finish the course. Be the person that is going to become a better person tomorrow. Well, if taken seriously, these skills that I'm committing to give you will sharpen you, and they will make you versatile to comfortably navigate the fluctuant economic times. We all know how Africa can be hard to live in financially, but if you have extra skills with you, that one can increase your chances of employment. It can also increase your chances of entrepreneurship. Please note that the amount of skill that I'm going to give you may not be enough for you to become a professional, but it will be enough to move you from zero to a level where you will practice comfortably your favorite skill to become a professional. Now, we already know from our timely communications on WhatsApp the structure and organization to follow while in our learning process. We know that each skill will be broken down into digestible modules, and each module shall be delivered via YouTube videos. Without further ado, let's embark on web design since it's our first skill from the consensus of the polls. I already provided the course outline for web design in our private group. I did that to ensure that you follow along. But anyway, I'll mention them once again to be sure. Module 1 of web design will be Introduction to Web Design. Module 2 will be setting up WordPress. You will understand what WordPress is. Module 3 will be navigating the WordPress dashboard. Module 4 will be understanding themes and appearances. Module 5 will be creating pages and website content. Module 6 will be plugins and adding features to our website. And finally, Module 7 will be publishing our website and going live. Now, I've made it brief. The modules are simply 7 because I wanted them to be short so that you can be able to follow along without simply giving up. The prime purpose of this first video was to introduce web design, though I had a couple of information to pass on because it was important. I had to motivate you as well as discourage you from quitting, because quitting is never an option. Welcome back from the preliminary session of our module 1, and now let's embark on the actual module 1 in web design. So module 1 is gonna be divided into 5 parts for simplicity, and these 5 parts include part 1, we are going to have the introduction. Part 2, we are going to understand what a website is. Part 3, we are going to understand types of websites. Part 4, we are going to understand how to make websites, and we shall also know something small about WordPress. Part 5, we are going to have the 3 most important things in web design. Have you ever wondered how websites like Google, Jumia, news sites like Washington Post or the New York Times are made? Well, in this course, I'm going to show you how you will also create your own website, even if you're a beginner. So what is a website? A website is simply a collection of pages on the internet that people can visit to find out specific information. And we shall understand what pages actually are later on. So, if I visit my web browser and I search for The Verge, The Verge, The Verge. From The Verge, you can see that there is a website called The Verge. It is a technology website. It updates people about technology. So let's visit the site and we see. So The Verge, here is how it looks. You see how premium it is? Yeah, it is a technology blog. So this is an example of a blog website. So after this, we can also visit another website called Amazon. Let's visit ours in Africa. We have Jumia. Here there is Jumia Uganda. Let me use Jumia as a whole. Then I visit www.jumia.ug. So this one is an example of a commercial website. So this site talks business. It talks business. Are you seeing? Can find phones, what? Yeah. And using WordPress, you can design your own Jumia. Those who have businesses, some of you have small businesses, you can design your own small website where your goods can be found. Another site that I want us to talk about is the Washington Post for news. The Washington Post. The Washington Post is for news. You can see it has sections, it has top stories. We shall see all these during our learning. It has latest, it has for you. So if you click latest, you can see Trump slams allies as Italy blocks US use of airbase for Iran war. You get? So all these are examples of websites that we can visit. Another last one, a business website is maybe MTN Uganda. Let me visit MTN Uganda. So MTN Uganda, can visit the site. So we shall learn how to design websites like these ones. Yeah, are you seeing MTN Uganda? With the time you will be able to design these websites. As you've seen, all those websites serve different purposes, and that brings us to something interesting: the types of websites. Well, there are different kinds of websites, but we shall focus on three, the ones which are the most important. Number one, we have the business websites like Jumia, Apple, MTN, HP, etc. You've seen what they do. Number two, we can have the blog websites. For example, The Verge for technology, we've seen that, and Nomadic Mart, which is a travel blog. Number three, we can have portfolio websites. For example, Bruno Simon. Let's see the details. So business websites are for companies and service providers, as shown earlier. Blog posts are for showing or for sharing information about something specific. Portfolio sites are for showing your work. So Rita, by the end of this course, I expect you to be able to design a portfolio site talking about your work and talents. You'll have to upload the designs you shared with us in the group recently, and everyone shall have to do that. Let's first look at a clear example of a portfolio website. I have some examples of portfolio websites. For example, someone called Gabriel Valdivia. So Gabriel Valdivia showcases his work. You can see his website. It is showcasing his work. And when you come to the pages, you can see the home page, the work page. The work page shows his work. Is showcasing the desk torch, the daylight, the workmate, screenshot, and so on and so forth. So portfolio websites are all about showing work. You may have a company and you're showcasing what you do. You may upload there your videos, your photos, and explain what you're doing. So how is a website actually created? A website can be created in three major ways, all using three particular tools. And these tools include Number one, frameworks. Frameworks are also called coding. They are coding builders. This is the practice of writing software programs using code. It is usually complex and never beginner friendly. So since most of us don't know how to write code, we are going to skip that. That is not our way of creating websites. The second way is using web builders. These include Wix and Bubble. These are visual builders that allow us to build websites. They are easy to use because they require no code. However, they are very limited, which brings us to our favorite tool. And well, all of us can guess that favorite tool I'm talking about. That is WordPress. WordPress is a content management system or a CMS. It is also used to build different types of websites. It is an all-in-one builder that is easy to use because it requires zero code as well. It powers, this is now where we can see its power. It powers over 40% of the world's websites, and it is easy to customize. That's why I personally choose WordPress. I and very many others choose to use WordPress for their websites. It is an open source and free tool which has several plugins and tools. It can build websites like e-commerce or business websites. It can also build blogs. It can build portfolios and very many kinds of websites. To create a website using any of the tools that I've described above, you will need three main things. Number one, the domain or the domain name. The domain name can be anything. For example, your name, shadrach.com, thompson.com, adeola.com, ryan.com, rita.com, levi.com, and the rest of you.com. Yeah, you'll need, that is number one. We shall talk about more about domain names in our next video. Number two, you will need hosting. Hosting is where your website sits on the internet. Think of it like a room or space you rent for your website to live in, just like you rent your own house to live in. Number three, of course, is WordPress. I've already talked about WordPress previously, and we shall know more about it in the next video. In the next video, we'll talk about how to install WordPress and getting started with web design using WordPress. Well, that's all we have in Module 1. We'll see how these things that we've looked at in Module 1 come together to make a website, and that will be in the next videos. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to grow our channel. Also, you are going to have an assessment in each module. The assessments will be sent in our group, so make sure you do the assessment and you submit your answers in the group. Thank you once again.